A move you would think today meant this was the NBA championship, that the Clippers are going to win it all because they're getting Bradley Beal. Like, wow, okay, I understand we're in the, hey, we're waiting for LeBron James to get traded. We're waiting to see if other trades can happen. But let's understand, Bradley Beal has never been the missing piece. At least Kevin Durant has been the missing piece once in his career. All right, but now Bradley Beal is the guy, agrees to a buyout with the Suns, right? You have one of two players with a no trade clause, and is going to join the Clippers. This announcement coming very early today. Shams Charania having it. As soon as he says it's bought out from the Suns, he's going to the Clippers. 2-year, $11 million option. 2-year, $11 million deal. Oh, but this is going to get the Clippers to the championship. The number of reactions to this, it was like, oh, Bradley Beal is your missing piece for a championship. First of all, if the guy was a missing piece, a guy signs for more than 2 years, $11 million. But let's just take the salary thing and throw it out the window. Bradley Beal has never done anything in his career. He's put up some numbers. He went to Phoenix, supposed to be the guy, was not there. Supposed to be the missing piece, was not. Got bought out by the Suns, who are saying, hey, we're going to start over with, we have no idea what we're putting out there outside of Devin Booker, but we're paying him all the money, so he may play 1-on-5. I mean, Bradley Beal, he's an okay player. Bradley Beal is okay. Yes, when you see the headline, 3-time NBA All-Star Bradley Beal, yeah, that looks great. But you can't, again, I say it all the time, you can't look at the back of a guy's basketball card and say, boy, this guy is fantastic. He's a 17-point-a-game scorer. It's what he does. All right, he's not someone that's going to come in and suddenly, oh, this team is going over the top. The Clippers aren't going over the top. The Clippers, it's going to be the same. They'll win 45 to 50 games, and they'll lose in the first round of the playoffs because they're built around guys who are 45 years old. That's what's going to happen for the Clippers, okay? I'm just telling you right away. That's how the Clippers go.
You just aged them in a few extra years.
Dude, not that many, though, but not that many. Not that many. It's not
you just had a little movement on the
guys are almost
Advocates
30,
there.
and I said 45. No, these guys are all 35. They're almost at 4. Like, they're getting there. Like, this is how the Clippers are going to go. Really? Okay, great.
No, I will give them credit. A couple of moves that they make in bringing in Lopez. They get rid of Norman Powell, who should have been an all-star, had a great year, all of those things. But you get Beal on a 2-year, $11 million deal. Second year's an option, player option. So if he plays well, guess what? He's going to go sign someplace else. Or the Clippers have decided, yes, you are the missing piece, and we move forward. The other part of it, $13.9 million give back for over those final 2 years. The wave and stretch, like they did with Dame Lillard over in Milwaukee, means about $19.2 per year on the books for him for Phoenix for the next 5 years. But they're able to go Vegas blackjack dealer and say, beat it, and away he goes. But you're actually going to get a guy in a system where there are some expectations. Phoenix had to a point, but the Wizards were what? I mean, that's empty stats, right? That's empty calories. That's sitting down at the couch with a bag of chips, and before you know it, you're at the end of the bag of chips. Sure, you got past the air, but you still ingested 3,000 calories because you can't stop at just one. And you're watching TV. You're not paying attention. That's like playing for the Wizards and to a degree playing for the Suns the last couple of years. Like, when is this going to end? Yeah. I mean, all three of those guys were sitting around looking at each other like, really? This is what we're doing? It was the Spider-Man's meme of, all right, who's taking the blame for this loss? And why won't you waive your no-trade clause? Why aren't you willing to move? And Devin Booker's over there
But here's where
shrugging.
I disagree with you. In Phoenix, it's, okay, who do we blame for the loss? What happened? In Washington, it's, hey, I have no idea what's been going on. What's the season? Because no one pays attention.
No, but here it's still Kawhi and James Harden and their failures. Bradley Beal gets a get-out-of-jail-free card, so he can just go and play basketball.
Can he, though? Can he?
Well, but that's the question. Okay. Can he play basketball? Okay. I'm saying he's freed up of any of the extra. So, look, you're not turning back the clock to when he was actually a really good player. I'm not suggesting that at all. But at $5.5 million, it keeps you out of any of the dreaded second aprons and all that other nonsense that we have to skirt around these days. And for the Clippers, it's the long-term, wait, we can make this run, and then everybody's done except for Zubac and maybe one or two other contracts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
So Ballmer gets to do a complete reset.
Great. He gets
and he gets to spend a lot of money and and try it again at the Intuit Dome.
Look. Let me just say this. All right, let me just say this about
It's
the
the
Clippers.
Clippers. I know.
Because I can't be sold a bill of goods on how this is their year, and this is now the 7th year.
I didn't
right?
do that at all, did I?
I mean, at this
you,
point,
you weren't inferring any of that.
No,
from what I
what I'm
said.
saying is that I feel, Kawhi Leonard's been here long enough where I feel like it's the only team he's ever played on. Right? Like, wait, he won with the Raptors? That wasn't, what was that, like 2003? No,
That was a while ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
He won with the Spurs. What was that, in the 90s? It was him and Duncan, right, when they won? When David Robinson retired? I mean, I feel that's how long the Clippers have done nothing. And it's the same thing, whether it's Doc Rivers is the head coach or Phillip Rivers is the head coach. Every year, they win about 45
put up his
games.
own team, including a bench.
and they get into the playoffs and they lose in the first round. Like, now, there's a time where I am going to say this. I don't want to say too much about too many bad things. What do I care? But the thing is that, like, you go back where, hey, if the Clippers, there was a point maybe 7-8 years ago where it was, you're getting to the end of the Sterling era and everything that happened where you say, all right, time out here. If you're telling me the Clippers, they can win 45 games and get to the playoffs and probably lose in the first round, the Clippers would sign up for that. Great, because it's been so bad for so long. But that was also before you started spending all kinds of money on Kawhi and Paul George and James Harden for every year to end the thing. Yeah, okay, you bought your way to 45 wins and a first-round playoff exit. After 8 years, like, that's not good enough anymore. But instead of saying, hey, we tried this, right? We tried this, right? Kawhi, this is his 16th year with the Clippers, okay? He's now part owner of the Clippers. He's been here so long. Instead of saying, you know what, hey, we tried it for 5, 6, 7 years. It just didn't work. Let's get a younger base. The Clippers have become kind of a destination. Let's do something different. Nope. Let's keep going with Kawhi. And, we have one overpriced, aging veteran having trouble staying healthy. Let's ship him out, and let's bring in another one who's the same way. And when we go sign guys, let's sign other guys in free agency who are that age and older. Like, you don't win if you're built around 35-year-old players. It doesn't happen.
Hey, man, I'm old enough to remember street lights over spotlights, okay? Those billboards, the injury attorneys, and now Jim Harbaugh. But that's what you got on your highways and byways of Los Angeles.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
you brought in Paul George.
They were spending more money on their stars than the Lakers were, but it was street lights over spotlights. That's what it was.